Alright guys, what's up? New deck profile today. New card, shiny black sea squatter. He really helps the giant ballpark deck. That extra 100 attack, or because of it's replacing a 1800 attack monster. It really actually does help. It helps you OTK. It helps you finish games. It's like a 600 attack point spread, and a lot of times that was what was missing. And these, obviously being a 2000, it can get over a lot more monsters, Galatea, stuff like that. So the deck is significantly better with it. But let's get started on this deck profile. We play 3 copies of shiny, shiny black sea squatter. 3 of that, 2000 attack, normal monster. Not much to say, but it's an insect. 3 copies of Insect Knight, a classic, one of the great all-time 1900 attack monsters. And then we play 3 copies of Resonance Insect. This card, when it's sent to the graveyard, well, if it's sent to the graveyard, never misses timing. You can add a level 5 or higher insect monster from your deck, which is going to be either a kaiju or the Blackluster Soldier version of insects, which is the Doom Dozer. And yeah, so basically that usually when it's linked away, or you send it off of the field spell or something like that, or you discard it, anyway really, you get to add that. And then when this card is banished, you can actually send an insect monster from your deck to the graveyard, and then, which is pretty busted, and neither effect is actually once per turn. You just can't send Resonance Insect. But yeah, pretty busted, insane effects. Definitely play 3 of that. We play 2 copies of this, the Worm Warrior. Basically, it's just a 1900 attack monster that you get to summon for free by banishing an insect. That is literally all it is. It's not anything else other than that. It's just a free summon. And you can bump that up to 3. I have 3. I just decided to play 2. It is a good opener, though, I'm not going to lie. Then we play 3 copies of Gokipole. This card's busted. You basically is another card to send off your field spell. Basically, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a level 4 or lower. You can add a level 4 insect monster, not 4 or lower. Level 4 insect monster from your hand. If it's a normal monster, you summon it and destroy a monster on the field with a higher attack, which is pretty cool for that. 1 copy of Doom Dozer, like I said, the Blackluster Soldier of insects. Its effect is almost completely irrelevant. Basically, the good thing about him is you just banish 2 insects and special summon him. But his crazy effect is that you can send. It's just the summon part. Literally, it's just the summon part and the synergy with the other card, which is the Resonance Insect. That was literally it. Because you get to search it and then you get to banish the Resonance Insect instantly, which is really the synergy of it. Let me fix the angle a little. Yeah, but that's pretty much it with him. Its effect is that you get to mill cards off the top of your opponent's deck. For some reason, insects got trapped with that particular thing. They're always milling cards off your opponent's deck, and that's just the most irrelevant thing. But I guess insects just kind of have to deal with it. Then we play 3 copies of Galdara. It's just an insect kaiju. You can search it off of that card, and you could beat over it easily because you can make Crusadia Avarice or something. It's no big deal. 1 Gamma Seal. The reason I play this instead of Commungus is because it's level 8, and we do play Trade-In because it's an easy, terrific, it's a terrific draw card in the deck. We play 3 copies of Vishuda. This is a very good going second deck. It's very good because we have a lot of normal monsters. Basically, if you control no effect monsters, you get to special summon this, and then if you control a non-effect monster, you can banish this from the graveyard and then bounce a card on the field. Your opponent's card, of course, not yours. Then we play 2 copies of Adhara. This lets you get back the Vishuda, and on top of that, this is a level 1 tuner that's also an Earth, so it can easily make Nuturia Beast for going first, and is really good for that. 2 copies of Bigfoot. I actually like this a lot because it empties your hand of a lot of the insects that you want to go to the graveyard, like Resonance Insect and Gokipole. And on top of that, you can either summon and draw, or you can, if it gets discarded, you get to pop. So you're going second, no matter what, you're going to get something good out of it. You're either getting a 3000 attack monster and a free draw, or you're getting a pop on the field. Then we play 3 copies of Droll and Lockbird. Very good meta call. If you use this against Spirals and they don't have the call by the grave, they've lost. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They've lost that duel. Definitely the Droll. So let's move forward to the spell cards. We play 3 copies of the greatest field spell. Well, one of the greatest field spells of all time, Giant Ballpark. Basically what this does is during damage calculation, so it's basically uninteractable because it happens during damage calculation. If a player would take battle damage, you can make the battle damage nothing, and then you can send an insect to the graveyard. And if it's a normal insect, you can summon up to 3 of those from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And the second effect is if a monster you control is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon insect from your graveyard. And it's by your opponent's card effect. 1 copy of Mystic Mine. Because this is one of the best going it's a going second deck, and this is one of the best going second, what is it called, like field spells. And it's really good in Spiral because they spend all this time building this board. You drop the Mystic Mine, they basically just have to forfeit. They didn't really have an out in the main deck because they spend the whole time searching DD Crows and Drolls and stuff like that. You drop a Mystic Mine on them, they have nothing. And on top of that, you can just, like, let's say you have both of these field spells in your hand. You could drop the mine, start doing stuff, breaking their board, and then when you don't need it anymore, you just get rid of it and activate Giant Ballpark over it. And you're good. You're back in action. Then you play 1 copy of Terraforming, 1 copy of Set Rotation, so effectively you basically have 5 copies of the Giant Ballpark and 3 copies of the Mystic Mine in your deck anytime you want. Very convenient and very consistent. Then we play 3 copies of Trade, and I think it's the best draw spell for this particular variant. There's a lot of level 8s, you're always going to be able to draw. The most busted card in this deck, which is Pot of Avarice. I can't believe how good this card is in this deck because it lets you shuffle back all of your insects, everything that basically hasn't been banished. You get to shuffle them all back and use them again, basically. All the Goki Poles, all of the Insect Knights and the Ranger C and everything, you get to just shuffle back. It's really busted in the deck. And then we play 3 copies of the Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Basically destroys all monsters on the field, special summons 2 Kaijus, which are going to be in your favor. You're going to give yourself a bigger one, them a smaller one. And then you can banish, not the same turn, you can banish this card from the graveyard to search a Kaiju, which is also useful. Then, for the extra deck, we play 1 copy of Abyss Dweller, 1 copy of Nuturia Beast, 1 copy of Inzektor Picoflana. This card really does a lot because you can discard a card, equip an insect to a card on the field, and then you can link it away. So basically you can summon this and then equip like a Residence Insect or a Goki Pole to a monster you control, and then link that monster away, and you get the effect of that monster. You get the effect of the monster that you link to it, which is terrific. And then on top of that, its main effect is you can shuffle 3 insects in the graveyard and into the deck and then draw a card. And we play 1 Unicorn, 1 Salamander All Mirage, because actually Goki Pole and Resonance Insect are compatible with this card. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Seraphim Papillion. This card probably most people haven't heard of, but basically this card, if it's linked summon, you get counters for every insect you use as material, which is going to be tons because that's all you basically play. And then you can remove counters from this card to special summon 1 insect monster from your graveyard in defense position. So awesome card, gives you recursion and stuff. It's a quick effect. You get Appaloosa, IP Masquerina, Mechanic Crusadia Avermax, and then the Tenyi links, which are Berserker, Monk, Shaman, Draco Master of the Tenyi, and the Link Spider. But that is basically it. If you enjoyed the deck profile, leave a comment, leave a like, and thank you for watching.